Imagine a universe where the Tyrant superhuman Khan Noonien Singh didn't wake up to face Captain Kirk and his crew, but was instead rescued by the advanced crew of the 24th century Enterprise D. What if the battle of wits, ambition, intellect, and morality took a different turn? Now here comes the huge question. How would Captain Picard deal with the Tyrant superhuman? Would the galaxy burn, or would diplomacy prevail? And most importantly, what if the Federation ideals could reshape Khan's destiny? Chapter 1. The Discovery. Khan Noonien Singh is the most dangerous adversary the Enterprise ever faced. He is brilliant, ruthless, and he will not hesitate to kill every single one of you. Spock. Khan was created as a product of a selective genetic engineering program called Project Khan. He became so powerful that he assumed control of more than 40 of Earth's nations. Eventually, during the Eugenic Wars, things turned sideways, and Khan escaped the wars on a DY-100 class interplanetary sleeper ship named SS Botany Bay, along with 84 supermen. Set on a course with no destination, Khan and his people remained in suspended animation for Botany Bay's centuries-long sunlight journey. However, things appear to be much different. Captain Jean-Luc Picard is supervising a deep space survey in the Mudra sector. Counselor Deanna Troi senses something unusual and intense, subtle energy, and not long after, Lieutenant Command Data detects an ancient, broken-down vessel floating outside Federation space, SS Botany Bay. Dr. Beverly Crusher examines the status pods and is swept off his feet at the advanced, yet old, cryogenic technology. But something alarming comes up. Among the sleepers is Khan Noonien Singh. Captain Picard, curious, orders the pods to be brought aboard, unaware of what they are actually getting themselves into. If this is truly Khan, his influence on Earth's eugenic wars is legendary. We must approach with caution. Caution? Sir, this man nearly conquered Earth. Shouldn't we leave him frozen? I sense a deep, almost overwhelming ambition in him, even in status. As the crew discovers Khan's identity, Captain Picard has to make a choice. Revive Khan and his supermen, or leave them in status. But the Federation is known for its ethics of curiosity and compassion. Captain Picard chooses to wake Khan and his people. Chapter 2. The Awakening of Khan. Where am I? Who disturbs my slumber? You are aboard the USS Enterprise, a Federation starship. We found your ship adrift. Khan wakes up from status, confused, and himself centuries away from his time, but he quickly affirms dominance with his authoritative presence. The Enterprise D crew, although familiar with other cultures and creatures, becomes uneasy and skeptical by Khan's confidence and charisma. Captain Picard introduces himself, offering the Federation's peaceful intentions. Khan, a brilliant observer and strategist that he is, observes the situation. He quickly learns about the Federation and the technological advancement of the 24th century. Khan turns to Captain Picard with contempt in his voice. Before you stands a relic of the past, yet you command a ship beyond imagination. Tell me, Captain, has humanity risen to its potential or stagnated in mediocrity? However, Troi senses something deeper within Khan, a wounded ego covering a glint of curiosity. Data challenges Khan's beliefs, and Captain Picard tries to make him understand that greatness isn't measured by dominance, but by one's ability to uplift others. Khan is surprisingly fascinated and agrees to stay on board. But was there something more? Chapter 3. The Supermen Unite. The battle begins again, only this time, it's not a world we win, it's a universe. Khan's supermen, at first loyal to their leader's contempt for the Federation, began to see the advantages of this idealistic society. Dr. Crusher monitors them closely, amazed at their fast healing and genetically altered physiology. As Khan learns of the democratic ideals of the Federation, he sees them as weaklings. But compared to how his encounter with Captain Kirk was, Captain Picard's level-headedness and calmness began to challenge Khan's view about things. And then tensions began to arise as Khan tests the crew's limits. He challenges Worf to combat, and although Worf refuses at first, Captain Picard allows the duel, but on careful precautions. Worf eventually loses, but his respect for Khan's strength plants seeds of mutual respect. You believe strength lies in dominance, Khan, but true strength is measured by the ability to inspire, build, and unite. In my time, unity was achieved through power. Your idealism is quaint. Things take a whooping turn when Data finds out Khan has been secretly gathering his supermen. But what's his plan? To take control of the Enterprise D and rebuild his empire? Or just for the thirst of being in control? Chapter 4: Battle of Morality. A chance to test Khan's morality when the Enterprise encounters a hostile alien species threatening a nearby colony. Khan recommends a merciless tactic: sacrifice a lesser populated colony to save the larger colony. Picard strongly refuses, rather going for a solution that serves everyone. Khan accused Picard of being weak. Your idealism blinds you to the harsh realities of survival. You claim to be a pinnacle of humanity, but what is humanity without compassion, without the ability to change? Perhaps I underestimated you, Captain. Perhaps the future holds more promises than I imagined. Khan realizes that his plans against the United crew have been foiled. He surrenders, but not without a parting warning. History is written by the victors, Picard, but history is not so easily erased. Khan begins to reconsider his philosophies. There was rather no point in being bent on having control of everything. Khan tries to remember how his ship had gotten stranded in the first place. His thirst for being the one at the helm of power hasn't fully reduced, but the more he tries to convince himself, the more he starts to question whether it was a good choice or to throw in the towel for once. History remembers Khan Noonien Singh as a man of confidence and tactics. As Khan tried to remember how he got stranded, flashes of what happened began to reveal itself. He remembers charting the SS Botany Bay for a course that he can't seem to remember where. A deep sense of anger and revenge burns within him as he tries to recollect, but he doesn't know why or where it's stemming from. SS Botany Bay ends up being severely damaged, and Khan's supermen are either dying or dead. Perhaps he was on a course to another planet, where he could rule and use his power without having anyone think of questioning his authority. He feels indebted to Captain Picard for saving his life. As much as he wants to not trust Captain Picard, he can't seem to get past his compassionate, philosophical, and commanding nature, one that Khan seems most intrigued about. Khan Noonien Singh is quite different. Changed by the principles and ideals of one man, he was able to see the universe and life from a different angle. So rather than being the tyrant hell-bent on seeking revenge and taking control, his time aboard the Enterprise D changes the hard-hearted man into a more reasonable person, using his superhuman abilities for the good of humanity. That wouldn't generally be accepted by his Supermen team, and Khan would have to make a stand. Chapter 5: Deception versus Redemption. Now that Khan embraces a new life aboard the Enterprise, the days of conquering and revenge are over, but he now faces a choice: blend into the new world or take control and use it to his advantage. Captain Picard, observant and perceptive, notices Khan's internal struggle and offers him a position within the Federation, giving him a chance to use his intelligence for something good instead. But not all of his supermen agree with Khan Noonien Singh's sudden change of heart, and his loyal lieutenant, Joaquin, plots to take control of the ship. Khan gets to know their plans and has to make another choice: side with his men, or prove Captain Picard's trust. The future belongs to those who build, and not destroy. Khan prevents tyranny, and his supermen have no choice but to accept his decisions. Chapter 6: The Legacy of Khan Noonien Singh. Khan is a brutal warlord, revenge-seeking tyrant, and power-hungry supervillain. Geneticists believe augments like Khan could have been created without showcasing his more brutal, vicious, and psychopathic instincts. However, things take an interesting turn as Khan Noonien Singh becomes a Federation ambassador, speaking for ethical generic engineering and the cohabitation of enhanced species in the society. But here, Khan Noonien Singh becomes a Federation ambassador, speaking for ethical genetic engineering and the cohabitation of enhanced species in the society. The past is prologue. Khan Noonien Singh, once a symbol of tyranny, finds a brand new purpose in the 24th century, becoming a proof of the power of redemption and the hopes of the Federation ethics. Khan Noonien Singh isn't the legendary villain like we know, but a man who's capable of change. What do you think? Is Khan Noonien Singh truly capable of change this time, or is it all part of a sinister plan? Can we fully trust that his ambition will be hard to die down? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. The Star Trek universe is filled with exciting possibilities, and if you want to see more videos like these, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell.